Hello and welcome to OneTrueSport.com. I'm Paul Bromwell, and I'm so excited to have you with us today. As you can see, I'm joined by my two best friends, Marcus D'Angelo and Dominic D'Angelo, and we are here today to tell you all about our new venture, One True Sport. And it's an exciting day for all of us here. Been working feverishly behind the scenes for quite a while, and we are so glad to have you join us with us. We have a lot of content for you, a lot queued up, a lot of great information. And so we're going to take some time during this video to explain what One True Sport is all about and provide a little bit of an introduction of who we are and what you can expect in the coming days, weeks, and months as you join us here on One True Sport. So we're very excited with that. Hopefully you've seen my ugly mug before, hosting the Arn show and with Kurt Angle. And we're going to continue to do that, Arn, on the Four Horsemen Network. Arn is thrilled with OneTrueSport.com, and you're going to hear how he's going to be involved with us at One True Sport. That's right. Many of you have asked about his merchandise, and so we've been working very hard on that. We're going to get into that explanation, but also some bonus content for Arn and other things, as well as Kurt. So this channel is, you've become familiar with it as Kurt Angle Show channel. All the Kurt Angle shows that we do in the future will be broadcast live right here on One True Sport, and he is thrilled to be a part of it as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Marcus. Give a little introduction of yourself before we jump into things here today.
Yeah, much like Paul, I'm sure you guys have seen my dumb face a number of times, doing podcasts with Ted DiBiase, with Jake the Snake Roberts, and I've got another one with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. But, it's we could not be more thrilled to be launching this network and new opportunities, not only for bonus content, exclusive content, but also opportunities for you guys to get to know these legends of professional wrestling a little bit better. Dominic, Paul, and myself, we've all had the luxury of getting to become friends with these folks after working with them for years and getting to understand them as people. And we want you to have that opportunity as well. So that's why we're going to be offering exclusive access, Q&As, some really incredible perks to being part of One True Sport. And man, I can't wait to lay out all of the membership opportunities that we've got for you guys here.
Yeah, Marcus, we're brothers. We grew up fans. We understand how exciting things can be when you are a wrestling fan and you make that connection with the wrestler or a talent or a genre of wrestling or, a wrestling subjective. But the whole thing is like, we want to make this something that connects with you and connects with all the other fans there, make it very communal, make it something that we can learn from you guys too, and what you guys want out of this channel too, because this is all still a very fluid situation when it comes to the content we're going to provide and things like that. We have some stuff set up in order for you everybody, but we definitely want your feedback and your input on everything. Because Marcus, obviously he's got his connections with wrestlers. I have my connections. I do the writing aspect. Paul has been a prominent voice in pro wrestling podcasting for a while, and we just know what you guys like, and we know what we like too. And we're really happy to kind of be having this collaboration with all three of us together. But we want to make this a big kind of deal. So we want to incorporate a lot of different people and different things. So you'll see what we have to offer here moving forward when it comes to what we have at One True Sport. Paulie, what do we got up next here, man?
So I think we should just jump into some of the content here on the channel that you should expect to see here, some on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis. And Marcus, I know you've been pounding the pavement as far as helping to really create some of that content. So this is, as long as you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, access that you're going to have on this channel across the board, whether you're a fan of wrestling from the past, current wrestling, or maybe you're interested in learning about wrestlers that are still up and coming. We're going to be able to delve into all three of those aspects as we build out content here on the channel. But I know that even today we've kicked off already with a brand new daily show. Dom, maybe you want to explain a little bit more what they can expect every day with Zach.
Yes, absolutely. So we're happy to announce we want to keep the nostalgia aspect of One True Sport and the connection we have with all the legends and everything like that. But we also want to stay current. I'm a dirt sheet writer, but we have another dirt sheet writer on here named Zach Haydorn. You might be familiar with his work. And it's 1TS Daily. Zach Haydorn is former assistant editor of the PW Torch. He currently operates Brass Ring Media. He also has a new book out called Stunning with Steve Austin. and he does an unofficial look into the rise of Steve Austin. It's really, really cool. So you guys can check that out. It's available on Amazon right now, by the way.
So you're saying every day Zach Haydorn's going to be here, what, 11 to 11:30 Eastern?
I believe that's the time period. Yes, 11 to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can check him out, and he'll give you the rundown things, and you guys can interact with him too. He's really up for doing that. So feel free to chime in, give comments, give feedback, give your opinion on there. So one TS Daily that happens with Zach Haydorn every day on this channel.
Man, if I can just chime in real quick, a voice like Zach Haydorn's not only as a writer, but as a journalist, somebody who covers wrestling, somebody who worked for PW Torch and has all those connections. Man, a guy like that with his opinions coming to you with what he has to say about what's going on in the world of wrestling every single day. Man, some really valuable content and insight.
And here's the thing too, Mark, is like Zach's a pro. Like I would not try to enlist his talent too if I didn't trust his reputation.
Sure.
He has a track record of everything, like of being a professional, giving his opinion, but also designating what is his opinion and what is fact and what is accurate, and things like that. So, and like, I have a journalism background. Zach seems like he has a journalism background. I actually don't know his background, but he is super professional. And I'm really happy to incorporate him early on into this new venture for all of us. So, that is something to be looking forward to every day. And I can't wait for you guys to, if you're new to him, to get to learn about him a little bit more too, because he's great. He's a great person. So, but coming up later on today, we will be having something that I did years ago at WrestleZone. And I'm really excited to kind of repackage it and present it in almost like the quote unquote deluxe edition version of this. And that is the final interview with Terry Funk. Now, I can say accurately, I believe, that this is the final long form interview that Terry Funk has ever done. And I was fortunate enough to do it in 2020 during COVID. And I'll give a little bit more details on the video itself. But you'll see, I was telling Marcus and Paul about this last night, that you'll see this unedited version of Terry. The whole unedited before we set up. So you'll hear me and him just kind of going back and forth and having fun conversation before we get the interview started. And then we go into the interview where we're covering his book, More Than Just Hardcore. And it's a fascinating look into it. And Terry was really gracious with his time. And I developed a friendship with him over the course of this after the fact too. So, and I'll give a little detail on that, but be sure to check that out. Hit your notifications, hit like, subscribe, get the word out about that, because it's a deluxe edition version of the final interview with Terry Funk. So,
what stands out to me about this Terry Funk interview is, Dom, this is not some 10-minute, like a call into a radio show. How long did you talk to Terry?
An hour and 20 minutes. So
That's incredible. And look, the other thing is, Dom says he's pretty sure it's the last long form interview with Terry Funk. I've looked into it. It is certainly the last long form interview that Terry Funk has ever done. However, we believe there's actually a chance it's the final interview that he ever did, right, Dominic?
Yeah, I believe maybe he gave a quote to Sports Illustrated after the fact.
But definitely not a long form interview.
But not a long form interview. Yeah, I was looking, even when I was trying to make certain of this, I was looking on YouTube and I wasn't seeing anything. He cut a final promo I saw on YouTube, but not an actual interview where we break down things. We go through his childhood. We go through a lot of different stuff on there. So
good.
It's great.
The great thing about this, and we'll get into this when we get into the membership piece too, is for all those that are like, man, I wish I could listen to this while I work. If you become a member at all levels, you're going to have the opportunity to get that audio only RSS feed. So more to come there, but we'll talk about that. But Dom, such great content. What a way to kick off One True Sport, our launch day. Sounds so good. But I don't think we're done yet, right? You have one more show tonight, right?
Yeah, we got another thing. If you're tuning in on Monday, you will be seeing a post show that I'm going to do every week. Now, it might not be after Raw every week. Might be on a different show. Maybe it'll be on several shows this week. But it is called One True View. And I will be doing just a recap of the show, giving my opinion, wanting your opinion on what you saw that night in wrestling. And I'm up for whatever, too. If you guys don't want to talk to this show, if the Raw sucked, if AEW Dynamite was a drag, then we can talk about other stuff, too. But it's to give your opinion, get your perspective, everything like that. I want it to be very interactive. So feel free to join me. You just keep on like we've been saying, hit subscribe. You'll get those notifications too,
There you
and
go.
you'll know when we're going live, baby. So, yeah, that's how we'll close out our very first day launching this. So it's gonna be exciting. And then, like they said before, like Paul and Marcus mentioned, we're gonna have interviews on here. We're gonna like part of my job and what I like doing is the interview aspect, is the journalistic aspect of it all. So I want to get perspectives from veteran talent, legendary talent, but also young and up and coming talent. And I didn't tell even Marcus or Paul this, but I got a young talent that I'm very excited to interview this week. And that should be up probably the week after. So just be on the lookout for everything like that. We got some good stuff cooking here. So
The other cool thing I want to mention when it comes to Dominic is that he's been doing this for years. So that means that he's recorded himself speaking to numerous personalities in wrestling and entertainment and professional sports. So all of that content belongs to Dominic, which means he can repackage it and bring it to this channel. And he's going to be doing that.
right.
Yeah. I love it. That's what makes us one true sport all the way around. Dominic, thank you so much. And this is so exciting. And I can't wait. And you said it. You got to turn on the notifications, the like, come, subscribe, because you never know when One True View is going to launch. Dominic's going to have plenty to say, whether it is Raw, Dynamite, pay-per-view coverage, whatever the case may be. Dominic, they've seen you as man on the street covering events live. And I have a feeling that there's going to be some of that activity that goes on with this show as well too. So I can't wait.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's definitely part of the game plan, is to kind of be the reporter on the beat here for One True Sport.
Love it.
Get the word out. So
Marcus, I know you were you were excited because you've already got some stuff in the can outside of all the stuff you do with Jake and $1 Million Man. And there's someone that's already agreed to do a new show with you on this network.
That's right. You know, for those of you who are loyal listeners to the Snake Pit, you'll know that last week I released an episode with Lance Archer. Well, Lance and I were talking afterwards. He really enjoyed himself on there. And I said, hypothetically, what if I brought you on to the One True Sport Network once a month live so that we can do this Murder Hawk mailbag? I think we'll call it something he suggested on the show, the Hawk's Nest with Lance Archer. And we'll bring him on once a month to answer your questions live. He loved the idea. He loves the idea of getting to interact with people. And so Lance and I have pinned that down. So later on in the month of June, Lance Archer is going to be on this channel live answering fan questions.
Talk about a talent that's had experience in the business from his TNA days, AEW, New Japan. He's just about done it all, and a long time in the business. And he is wildly entertaining. He's been on some other shows that I've been on as well. And I think the fans are in for a treat. They might not be some fans that are really understand what this means for us in our network, but I'm telling you what, buckle up, because you're in for a treat with Lance Archer.
And Marcus knows he can attest to how big of a fan I have been of Lance Archer even before, we started doing this, and from the WrestleZone days when Marcus and I had a show on there called Two Dynamite Dudes. I was always a big proponent of him. So I'm excited. I'm really excited that Lance is a part of this. And I got to listen to part of Snake Pit that Marcus did, and fantastic stuff. They got a great dynamic together. I'm very excited.
He's just such a sharp guy, and it was honestly, we went about an hour on the Snake Pit, and I could have talked to him for 3 hours. He's just it's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Lance Archer, is what you heard on the Snake Pit. And man, I mean, a guy with just so many stories, and he's been to WWE, he's been to TNA, he's been to AEW, he's done the Indies, New Japan, a guy that's done all of it, and we'll cover all of it, and you'll get to ask him questions live right here on the One True Sport YouTube channel. So we've got that, and then also WWE Hall of Famer and legend Medusa is coming to this channel. She's been doing a podcast called Paving the Way, and she's repackaging that podcast with a new host, and she's bringing it right here to this YouTube channel. And guys, you want to talk about a valuable perspective. One of the greatest female wrestlers of all time, if not the greatest female wrestler of all time, a true trailblazer, is coming to this network. And again, she will be going live so that she can answer your questions.
I think it's Tuesday, June 11th, 8 Eastern, live. So set it on your calendars now. You'll be ready to chat away with Medusa and her new co-host, which I'm telling you, there's already chemistry a brewing with those two. It is going to be a can't miss episode. I'm not going to let any cats out of the bag. You have to tune in and check it out for yourself. But we are so excited to have Medusa join the network. She's, obviously talked to you, Marcus, about it, as well as the co-host, and we're very much excited for paving the way right here, the exclusive home on One True Sport.
And the nice thing is here that this co-host that we've partnered her with, do we reveal the name, or are we going to keep it to ourselves for right now? For
I feel like
co-host,
it gives them another reason to want to show up and find out who the co-host is.
Yeah.
Let's just
yeah.
leave it at
Let's
that.
go ahead and leave it. But
Big personality, I'll tell you
Yes.
that.
a big personality and somebody who plays off of Medusa incredibly well, and they're going to be covering everything. This new co-host is not afraid to let his opinions out, and so
And
you
he
guys
knows stuff too.
Knows his stuff. He does his research. I'll put it that way.
a wrestling
Yeah.
historian for sure.
You got that. Yeah. And listen, we had Medusa, and you guys know this. She joined us for the Orange Show. You talk about an engaging episode, and I'm really looking forward to, as we start to talk about maybe these memberships a little bit. Guys, you want to jump into the memberships?
Yeah,
There's going to be some opportunities for some cross collaboration. You think about Dangerous Alliance, Arn Anderson, Medusa. We got to talk a little bit about them. But that's where we're really going to get into the membership tiers. Guys, you want to start rolling through some of these membership options for our folks here?
absolutely.
All right.
I want to make mention too that
Sure.
we have a connection. Like, obviously we host our podcast and we have our designated people that we work with, and that's all going to be all encompassing when it comes to One True Sport. So if you're a fan of the Snake Pit, if you're a fan of Everybody's Got a Pod, or the Orange Show, or One of a Kind with RVD, or Straight Talk with the Boss, Magnum TA, Greg Gagne, those are all part of the One True Sport umbrella. So it's just kind of an exciting thing to kind of reach out and kind of make all those different connections outside of it, from the shows themselves, but then One True Sport itself too, as a brand and identity and everything like that. We want to make it a big one-stop shop for you guys here at One True Sport. So.
That's right. Let's be really clear about one thing. All of these shows are still going to exist in their current capacity, meaning if you go to the Everybody's Got a Pod YouTube page, you can still find the podcast there. It's also still going to exist on its own RSS feed. What we're doing here with One True Sport is providing you with content that you would not otherwise get on these podcasts, and opportunities to interact with some of these folks and really kind of get the full-blown experience of what these folks have to offer. So you can still access these podcasts the same way, but we've also got a new way for you to enjoy a lot of the content that we're bringing.
Yep.
And that's where we get into the membership piece. So if you think about the membership piece, that is the umbrella for all those stars that these guys just mentioned: Jake the Snake, Magnum TA, and so on and so forth. Kurt Angle, Arn Anderson, and the others that are part of our network, Greg Gagne. This is the umbrella channel for them within these membership tiers, of where we're going to deliver that membership content, that bonus features, if you will. The other channels that they do, the Four Horsemen Network, the other channels will continue to do their normal podcasts and episodes there. But we're really excited about these membership opportunities. And so we have 3 levels of membership opportunities. Dom, I'm going to kick it over to you to describe, what do I get if I sign up as a contender?
Yeah, listen, we want to make this thing reasonably priced, and that was a big aspect in what we wanted to do. And the first tier is Contender, and that is $7.99 a month. You get early access to the audio versions of the show, and the video versions too. If they release a little bit earlier, if they go live, you'll get them live immediately. But like we mentioned before, there's also going to be an RSS feed, a private RSS feed that only has audio. So that's the way you get the audio. So if you want Arn, listen to Arn audio, you get it there. If you want, what's the other exclusive early Magnum TA, Greg Gagne, that'll be back on there. So Straight Talk with the Boss will be on the private feed.
So Dom, let me clarify as we continue to look at the screen here. You can go back to the screen just so the folks can see it. This means as soon as you sign up and we get your information, you're going to get an email where everything that we do on this One True Sport channel, you're automatically going to get a link where you can pull it up in Apple, Spotify, whatever your podcast provider is. And you will then have a link and access to the channel. And as we add multiple episodes, it'll fill that channel up, and you'll be able to listen to it while you work, while you run, while you walk, while you drive, just like you did today. And this is something that we've heard, guys, right? Love YouTube, love what it has to offer, but would love to be able to have the audio feed. And I can tell you that everything that we've recorded with Arn, I'll just use him as an example, since leaving that weekly RSS audio feed has already been uploaded and is ready for that audio only for you to listen to today. So we're really excited to be able to provide this to you. And this is private, right? So there's a cost involved with that. And we want to make sure that we wanted to give you as members the opportunity to have that. Sorry, go ahead, Dom.
No,
And
that's cool.
actually, Dom, if I could chime in real quick before you keep going, I did also want to mention that podcasts like the Snake Pit and Everybody's Got a Pod will still continue on their existing RSS feed. However, if you want to get them a couple days early, and if you want to get them with absolutely no ads in them, that is part of this package. So you can get Everybody's Got a Pod, whatever, a day early, 2 days early, and get it with no ads in it. Same thing with the Snake Pit. So, I mean, this RSS feed for $7.99 a month, boy, are you getting some value.
And same thing too goes with the other shows. RVD, you'll get it a couple days early, and even my other show, right down the middle with Bill Alfonso, that'll be on here too. So a lot of fun stuff cooking. Guys, I know too. If you're involved with social media and everything like that, you always want kind of an identity, and you'll immediately get a contender banner for your X profile that I'll have formatted and ready to go for you. In addition to that, I talked about all this thing being very communal and connecting people with one another and making this like a fun aspect for everybody to be involved. So we're going to create a One True Sport Discord that you can all interact on and everything like that. You'll get access to that starting off too. And so, yeah, look forward to that. And then we'll do the One True Sport Weekly Hotline, which I will be hosting. And it's only going to be like a short little rundown. If you're too busy to watch current wrestling, if you kind of don't want to watch current wrestling, but you still want to keep up to date with the news and everything like that, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what's been going on throughout the week, maybe once, maybe twice a week, but it'll be a weekly hotline that you'll hear. So and that'll be immediate access for the $7.99 tier starting off immediately. So you guys want to cover anything else on that immediate tier or anything?
I love that we're going to have our own Mean Gene with a hotline here on the
That's
network.
right. It's not a 900 number either.
So good.
Mm-hmm. I'll be drinking though as I do it, like Mean Gene did.
Well, yeah, you got to have a vodka on the rocks.
That's it. Mm-hmm. So,
good stuff.
Marcus, you're going to cover the workhorse tier, correct?
That's right. So that's our mid tier, the medium tier, and of course, it's for the workhorse, the Arn Andersons of our group here. Maybe not the world champion, but brother, you're the top of the mid card. Membership sticker after 2 months. So Dominic is going to create some incredible, beautiful membership stickers, which we will send to you guys after you've been with us for 2 months. Also, again, you're going to get early access to that RSS feed, and it's going to be private exclusively for folks that subscribe with us. Bonus episodes. So there's going to be a monthly bonus episode from one of our talents, or if we can't secure our talents that month, we'll bring in a talent to do a bonus episode that'll be available exclusively for the workhorse level and above. Monthly host Q&A or watch along. So that means that either Dominic, Paul, or myself will sit down and do a Q&A, or if there's a big event going on and we have it, we'll come on there with you, and we'll watch along with you, answer your questions, chit chat with you, and really, again, as Dominic said, create more of a communal opportunity for all of our subscribers. Custom graphic or a workhorse banner for an X profile. Dominic, can you tell them a little bit about this custom graphic?
Sure. Yeah, the custom graphic will just be kind of something wrestling related that you enjoy. I'll be happy to just create something that goes for your banner, or like maybe a profile picture or anything like that. So whatever you choose, I'll reach out to you and we'll get some info about what you're looking for exactly. And I'll be happy to customize a little quick something for you.
So there's that. There's also annual merch that'll be workhorse exclusively branded. Is that correct, guys?
That is correct. So yes, you will get a piece of merchandise once a year for just signing up for this tier. And it'll come later on down the line. But yeah, it'll be something that's maybe it might be up in the upper tier, but it'll be starting off with workhorse on the workhorse tier.
You can also expect a shout out for new members, and that'll happen monthly. And again, access to that One True Sport Discord where we can help to build this community of like-minded wrestling fans.
Right. So if you're on the lookout for social media, we'll give you a shout out there. maybe you'll be shouted out on one of the podcasts too. So just keep your eyes peeled.
Love it. All right, well, guys, we got one more tier, right?
That's it.
That's
and
right.
you're
Let's
taking the
do
reins
it.
there, Paul.
The final tier, traveling champion. And we'll go ahead. We'll throw the graphic up there. And here it comes.
Go ahead, Dom.
Okay.
There it is. There he is, Mr. Kurt Angle, the headliner with the championship belt. We're calling this the traveling champion. You see it there, $39.99. That's the top dollar tier right there, under $40 a month. You get a t-shirt. Once you've been with us for 2 months at the traveling champion level, you're going to get your own traveling champion custom t-shirt. You're going to get a follow by a social by a wrestling legend as well. So we're going to do that for you and get that taken care of. As always, you're going to get some of the other perks that came along with the other tiers already, right? Early access, RSS feed, that private feed, the bonus episodes that we talked about, that host Q&A, the custom graphic, or traveling champion banner for your X profiled, or here's the other, or a custom digital trading card. So
That's
yes,
right.
that's
Yeah.
right. We're
Real
going
quick.
to talk a little bit about that digital trading card, Dom.
Yeah, real quick. So if you guys have a picture of a wrestler, you with a wrestler, or you just want your own picture on there, I make you a trading card and put your name and then put your picture on there. And then what you'll have to do is send me a little bio, and I'll put it on the back of the card for you too. And then boom, I'll send it to you. And there, you got a digital trading card for yourself.
Nice thing about those digital trading cards too is that those images will belong to you. It's really easy to produce a trading card. So if you want an actual physical trading card, you have the image, you've got the background, you can send it off to Staples or whoever's going to produce it, and you own your own trading card.
There you go.
I love it. Well, and we talked about the monthly virtual Q&As that comes over with this tier 2, but also quarterly merch. So once you're a member for at least 6 months, you're now going to get a piece of quarterly merch. And when we start talking about the merch, we're not talking about junk here. Okay, you're going to understand we have some nice premium merchandise that's really a sense of pride for us, something that we put a lot of focus on, and we're going to talk about merchandise next. The other piece of this that we're adding is a birthday club. That's right. We want to collect your birthday. And so that when we record with these folks, we want you to get almost that cameo type experience where you get that birthday shout out. So we're really excited about that. And something that I know once our birthdays actually hit, we all love hearing that happy birthday. But we want to make sure you get a message from one of the legends here at One True Sport. And so we're going to get that done for you as well. We talked about the One True Sport Discord, the weekly hotline with our Mean Gene. We call him Dirty Dom. That's going to be great. But lastly, the one thing that I wanted to mention that I'm really excited about is a custom 11 by 17 One True Sport poster with all the stars of One True Sport, designed by our friend. He designs a lot of gear for current wrestlers, Mr. JD Hoop. Once you're a member for 2 months, that piece of artwork that you see on my screen right now will be mailed to you. Plenty of space around the outside to collect all the autographs that you want from these stars. But man, talk about getting a piece of art like this from JD, autographed and signed as you go to these shows and meet these folks, and then nice and framed in your office or wherever you are, your man cave. What a nice piece of art. So JD put that together for us. And then you'll also get a follow from Pro Wrestling Territory Journeyman, the legendary Dick Tuggan. Guys, this is the one that I'm the most excited about. He's a real good hand.
Yes.
He doesn't like to jerk people around too much, but Dick Tuggan is a part of One True Sport, and what a legend. He's going to follow you on social media, isn't that right?
I gotta say, he doesn't follow a lot of people either.
He doesn't. Not very active on social, but he said for One True Sport, he would come out and of his social media closet and make sure that he starts following a lot of our One True Sport fans. So we're really excited.
Works pretty
about
stiff
that.
too, from what I hear.
He is. He's there. You go. All right, that's good shit there, guys. Let's talk a little bit more too about merchandise. We've talked about it quite a bit here. We did it with our announcement video. Dom, I know this is something that's near and dear to your heart. This is something that we wanted to be kind of set apart ourselves from the rest of the world when it comes to merch offerings. And I think in collaboration with some key people, we've really done that, and we're starting to do that. So why don't you share a little bit more about our merchandise?
Yeah, totally. So, guys, part of the identity and something that really kind of began a thought process of this One True Sport was, hey, let's create some quality merchandise that wrestling fans can be proud to wear. and not necessarily like, hey, oh my God, there's a face on there, or there's like a why is a dude on your shirt when you don't? Maybe not. But we got
Or how about, hey, why the third time that I watched this did some of the stuff start to come unraveled
right,
already?
exactly.
Why does this look like it fits a toddler and not me anymore?
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, collaborating with a lot of the legends here and stuff like that, and knowing their personalities and their identities, we're gonna create some stuff that is very nostalgic looking, but very trendy to wear and stuff like that. As you can see, there's this One True Sport baseball tee I made early on in the process. This was a prototype, but we're gonna have a lot of merch identifying the brand here as well. But yes, Arn Anderson. This is a little preview of what you might see coming up with Arn here. We also have Greg Gagne, some good looking stuff with him, a classic callback to his high flying days. And then Kurt Angle. Hey, he's an Olympic gold medalist, guys. You got
Gotta
to
feature
represent
that.
Yeah, keep that nice and simple there. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He's got such a history, not being just the $1 Million Man, but his Mid-South days. So we're going to try to incorporate a lot of that in there. Magnum TA is another name. Obviously, he's the boss, and he knows what he's doing. So we got a lot of good stuff going on there.
Guys, what I love about the merch too is, you look at Roots of Fight, and you look at Homage, and you look at some of these companies that a lot of us are all very familiar with. But when it comes to pro wrestling or the sport of professional wrestling, there's a wide open space when it comes to opportunity. And we decided early on, really, in our conversation, that that's where we really wanted to be the difference maker and really present a product to wrestling fans that they can be proud of, proud to wear, looks good. Doesn't necessarily, as you said, Dominic, loud and proud with faces and but sometimes maybe question folks, is that wrestling or not? I don't know. And yet you're proud to wear it to wherever you go. Some of it's a lot of quotes and phrases from nostalgia past, but we're really part of the work and effort and energy that's being put into this. And literally the three of us have handpicked vendors that we want to work with and looked at some of the material, and we know more about merch than we've ever wanted to know about. It's made up of this much polyester versus this much cotton versus hand spun and all this, but literally that's the detail that we wanted to get into to make sure that what our brand is a part of is something that we can be proud of, and it's premium. So you'll notice when you go to onetruesport.com and take a look at our merchandise. And by the way, everything we've covered here today from tiers and whatnot can be found at onetruesport.com. But you'll notice that you'll see a lot of examples. You'll have a premium level tier that you can go to and take a look at the premium merch. But also, if you're looking for something maybe not as pricey, there's options there too for you to still get some of these cool designs that you want to support us, support your favorite wrestler, and still be affordable. But also, we're going to have that premium tier for those that really want to step it up a notch and wear something nice and comfortable, soft, and something that you can be proud of, and that'll last for a really long time. And I'm really excited about the merch side for business.
The other cool thing is that that's not all the names that we've got. We're producing. It's going to be the official shop for Jake the Snake Roberts. Dominic, I believe Rob Van Dam is going to be part of this. Possibly, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm working on some designs. We're working together with Rob here to
Right, and Arn just threw, or rather, Paul just threw up the four. So it's not just an Arn Anderson shop. Arn is the exclusive owner of the Four Horsemen trademark. Is the
Yeah.
exclusive official shop of the Four Horsemen is onetruesport.com. You guys have got to check that out. Plus, we are going to be bringing on monthly guests. So once a month, you'll have an opportunity to buy a shirt that exists exclusively for that month, featuring a talent that might not even be part of the One True Sport network, just somebody that we've made a connection with and want to highlight as one of our shirts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that limited merchandise piece that you can grab for that time. We're really excited about highlighting some wrestlers throughout that space as well. And guys, we've mentioned some talent here today, a lot of talent names. There are so many other talents that we've already had conversations with that are ready to come aboard. And we're just waiting on a few things. We can't let it all out of the bag right out of the gate, but that are going to have shows on our YouTube channel. And so we're very much excited about this. You obviously have seen today our social media is present and alive and well and going strong. and just so excited to be a part of this. And I couldn't think of two other guys that'd rather do this than you, Marcus and Dominic. Just work well together. This is a team. It's not about one person or two people. It's about a team effort, working together. Collaboration has been key through all this, and I'm really excited about what we're here to do. And the community, the people that we get to interact with. I've had so many folks in my DMs. What's next? What's happening? Is there anything in the works? Can't wait to be a part of it. Guys and gals, here it is. And so jump aboard the train. We are going to have a lot of fun, and we're so excited about this launch today.
And we're really fortunate, all three of us, to know each other and have the opportunity to work together. And this is not about establishing us as podcasters, or even establishing talent that's already been established. We want to provide a home for all of you folks that are true wrestling fans, all of you folks that maybe aren't always looking for the clickbaity type stuff, the folks that just want to hear about the history of professional wrestling from the men who lived it, and men and women who have lived it, and we want to provide you guys with that opportunity here at One True Sport.
And hey, something too, always key in a relationship is communication. And from what we do together as a trio here, we communicate. We want to communicate with one another and make sure we're all in tune with one another, in sync with one another. But we want to be in tune and in sync with you guys too. So if you have some hate to speech out to us, feel free to do that. We're Teflon. But we also want you to give us feedback. Give us what you want to see on the merch site, what you want to see on the channel, what you want to see from us. And we can try to do the best to make it happen at the very least, you know? And that's a really key component to this, is making it a communal effort to kind of build things up. But, you know, get this brand out and get the word out about us. Because, yeah, this is something that we love to do, and we want to make this grow and make this thing the biggest thing possible that you could see in a new era of pro wrestling podcasting and stuff.
I love it. A new era. And you see our handles here on the screen, at Marcus P. D'Angelo, at Dominic D'Angelo, and at Paulie with a Y, B. Well. You can reach us on our social media directly. But also, as we wrap up and put a bow on this, we've gone about 37 minutes. We hope you found this to be beneficial. If you have any questions, feedback, anything at all, you can reach us at info@onetruesport.com. You can see it here on the screen, info@onetruesport.com. That is where we'll be checking for all customer communication, any inquiries, anything at all that you have. That's the one-stop place, the email address to contact us out, and we will be sure to get back to you as soon as we can. You have questions with merch and things like that, the membership tiers, absolutely email us there, and we'll be able to work with you. Marcus, Dom, anything else before we close this one up?
No, I'm just excited. I'm excited to work with you guys. Marcus and I, we grew up fans, like I said, and so we understand where all this is coming from, and having this connection, we feel very fortunate to be doing this together. And Paulie, we're excited to have you on there too. And hey, we're all bald, so we all got something to say.
The brothers are bald. I love it.
Yep. And last thing I want to mention is just thank you to everyone for listening to this, and for even considering being a part of this membership tier. We also want your input over there. So we've got these great combinations of guys who cross paths over the course of their careers. We've also got contact with a lot of guys that, again, aren't affiliated with the network, who we could bring on for bonus episodes. We want to hear what you guys want for these bonus episodes every month. If there's some combination of guys that you want us to get together and have chat, we will do everything that we can to make it happen. Because, again, One True Sport is about you. It's the one network where it's not focused on us. It's not focused on anything aside from servicing the great fans of professional wrestling.
Well said. Guys, this has been awesome. Again, you know where to reach us. We love you. We thank you. We hope that you'll join on with us. We can't do it without you, and we appreciate all of you for listening. On behalf of Dominic D'Angelo and Marcus D'Angelo, this is Paul Bromwell, and we'll talk to you soon right here on One True Sport.